to today's reading on what belief can I let go of that does not serve me anymore. So, these beliefs can be anything that are keeping you, stopping you from achieving your highest potential, or they may be causing anxiousness in yourself. And so, by understanding these beliefs that are no longer serving us, we can um, reprogram our mind and free ourselves from any limitations so that we can become our true divine higher self, knowing that we are unlimited and the only limitation is the one that our mind puts on us. So let's take a look at some of the beliefs that we can let go of in the moment, and the three piles that I will be choosing are, so for pile 1, the charm. For pile 1, what belief pile 1 can let go of? We have this charm of, this is an emperor empress charm, so a queen or king. Let me zoom in a little bit. Pile 2, the charm for you guys is this hand squishing the worm. And the charm for pile 3, we have the crown in a bowl again. Okay, so these are the three piles to choose from, and each pile we will go through a certain belief that is no longer serving you, and what alternative belief can you adopt to find more peace and abundance in your life. And so the timestamps for the three piles will be in the description box below, and feel free to choose one or more than one piles depending on whichever is most drawing your attention. So see you guys later. Welcome pile ones. Those of you who chose this Empress charm, let's take a look at your chakra cards as to what belief. Okay, so straight away this came out. Okay, so let's take a look at what belief you might be holding on when it comes to your abundance and joy. And let's get some more information first using these cards. What card wants to come out for pile 1? What belief can they let go of that doesn't serve them anymore? Okay. That's a lot of cards. Okay, let me just quickly ask if I need to take all of them. Okay, I do. Okay, so the other cards are choice, creation, and feed. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at these cards, which is what beliefs can you let go of or and adopt to get more peace and bring more abundance, which says here. So what card wants to come out from this deck? Okay, so let me just quickly ask if we need more cards. Do we need to take more cards? No, okay. Okay, so let's take a look at your reading. So, the belief that you are letting go of or um, need to let go of is in regards to the way you perceive abundance in your life. So, in a victim state of consciousness, our abundance we generally think of as acquiring something in the external. Like if we get more money, we are going to be more happy, or if we are going to get more knowledge about something, we are going to get more happy, or if we are able to acquire this, then we are going to be happy. If I get married, if I have children, then I will be happy. So that is a victim state of consciousness, where that abundance perception comes from. But from a 5D higher perspective of abundance is actually a state of mind. Abundance comes to us in the not by external means, but by the way we think, by the way we believe in things, by the way we think. Either we have a lack mentality, or we choose to focus our attention on all that is good, which attracts more good into our life. And that is the belief that is changing in your consciousness. And from these cards, it is saying that the card that came out for you was of choice, choosing to remove yourself from the people and situation, um, as even being more aligned still lowers your vibration by engaging in it. So, what this means is that you are now consciously choosing to detach yourself from people, situations, desires that are based on your ego, that lower your vibration, that don't make you feel empowered and uplifted. You are choosing to detach. You're consciously becoming aware of, okay, this person lowers my vibration. This desire of seeking validation is coming from my ego, and and is actually showing a lack in from within. So all these choices that you are making currently, you are shifting your consciousness from a victim state to a new 5D perspective state, which is actually called a creator consciousness or an abundance consciousness. And that's exactly what came out for you. In this state of mind, our joy and peace is independent of the physical reality. It is free from this never ending greed for more in the external. It is one of peace and fulfillment from within. And that, when we have that state of mind, our external circumstances, they no longer affect the peace within. And we are always in this blissful state. You are changing what you are changing, and letting go of in your belief that earlier when you thought that you had certain responsibilities and obligations towards people, even your family, even your boss, even yourself. Sometimes you would force yourself to do something that you wouldn't really want to do it, but you did it anyway because you felt responsible, or you felt you needed that, you needed to do that, you had no choice. But now you're seeing that you always have a choice, and now you're choosing to say no, that no, this is the boundary. No, you cannot make choice for me. No, this, what I have done is enough. I do not need to over exploit myself. And that is so beautiful. And this card of feed is, you are feeding high vibrational material and information into your subconscious mind, which is making you feel fulfilled. So you are choosing not only to remove yourself externally, but you are also choosing where you put your attention to. You are no longer um, feeling attracted to, let's say, sometimes when we see a lot of like feed our brain a lot of TV series or drama or those reality shows, um, they also determine the quality of that's food for the subconscious mind. If we are exposing ourselves to like just like we expose ourselves to unhealthy food, similarly, when our mind is exposed to unhealthy beliefs, people, and situations, um, sometimes that has a very significant impact on us subconsciously, even though we think it does not is not having an effect, but it is very much having an effect on us. And so now you are choosing what you expose yourself to subconsciously. Perhaps nowadays you're watching a lot of meditations and you're watching a lot of self-improvement podcasts and music, and you're listening to high vibrational songs, and you um, don't focus on the lack, you focus on the optimism, and that's what is changing your whole reality now. The other thing that came out was creation, giving energy to that which is in your highest good and fulfilling, letting loose and letting inspiration flow, giving balanced energy to creative pursuits. Exactly. So earlier when you chose to give your energy to time and energy and effort to those things that were not fulfilling to you, even when it comes to work or when it comes to people, you felt obligated to talk to people, or you felt obligated to do certain things in your job that you didn't really enjoy, and now you're choosing to really allow your inspiration to guide you. You are choosing you're not going by what your brain or fearful ego tells you to do. You are going with your intuition. You are choosing in every possible way a high vibrational food for your subconscious mind. You are choosing to do in your work what makes you happy, and you're choosing to remove yourself from people and situations that no longer serve you. And so the belief that is changing for you here is your state of mind of from a victim consciousness to an abundance consciousness, that abundance is a state of mind and not something that is acquired. This is the main belief that is changing for you. And finally, these two cards tell that, dear loved one, when we chant something and believe it will happen without letting our mind tell us a story, we allow the universe to do its magic and manifest it in our life. So, same thing that has come out in the abundance card, that you believe now that when you say something, that words have energy, actions are energy, thoughts are energy, and when you choose to have a certain thought or put a certain energy in certain thing, you are actually showing the universe what you want to manifest as a co-creator. And now you believe that when you visualize something in your mind without letting the fears or doubts cloud your vision, or listen to other people who tell you that that is not possible, that vision of yours is not true. But now you realize that all you need to do is to trust your vision, hold your vision, and believe that the universe is going to do the rest half of the work. Your work is to visualize and believe that it is possible, and the universe does the rest for you, and not allowing any of your fears or doubts or anybody else's fears or doubts or limitations from stop you from believing the unlimited, because truly the universe is unlimited and anything is possible. And when we believe that, we manifest that in our reality. Yes, the time it takes to manifest that depends on our state at which we are at. It might take, the time range can vary, but ultimately what you have envisioned, it is possible for it to come. It is, the universe will make it possible for you. Just hold the vision, and if it's not exactly the same thing, it will be something that is for your highest good that the universe will bring. But our job is not to allow the fears or doubts to discourage us from dreaming, from believing, from visualizing the impossible. And finally, the message is the message for you is, dear loved one, say that I'm not afraid to walk alone, go against the grain, or change the footsteps if my inner self urges me to, because I am loved, protected, and guided by the divine. Yes, so you are now in this state. Your belief that you are alone and not safe and you need to watch out, and this victim energy is completely gone in your thought, in your action, in your words. It is slowly and slowly you have wiped this out of your reality, and that is wonderful and amazing. And you have built so much trust in yourself and the universe that even if every single person in the planet told you that you are wrong, you're still not going to listen to them because you have so much faith in yourself and you're not afraid to walk alone. Perhaps in the past, you believed that other people need to validate what your vision is in order for it to be true or in order for it to manifest. But now you're realizing that it is okay to walk alone. It is okay to go against the grain because your vision is unique to you, and it is our responsibility to protect the vision from all the other negativity. And and you are not afraid to follow your intuition, go against your ego, go against all your logic if you are feeling guided to do so, because now you have this trust that you are safe, protected, and loved by the divine. And that sums it all up with this Empress charm. And there's a lot of yellow, there's a lot of abundance coming your way. You have done a lot of healing work on yourself. You have reprogrammed your mind. You have changed your perception about yourself and hence the universe. And now you're living this different reality from the collective. And uh, you are going to get and manifest so much abundance in your life, and you're going to help other people do the same for themselves because you are truly loved and guided, and you are on the right life track. And this is just a confirmation. There's nothing for me to tell you extra that you need to change your belief about something, because you have already done the work and you are going to continue to do this as you already are guided. And that was all of your reading. If you found that helpful and liked it, please give it a like, and wish you lots of love and light. Welcome, pile 2. Those of you who chose this charm of the hand, squishing the worm, let's take a look at what beliefs you are letting go of that no longer serve you. First, we'll take a look at your chakra cards. What beliefs is pile 2 letting go of? Okay. Let's take a look at these cards that I have written. What card wants to come out for pile 2? What regards are they letting go? The belief. That's way too many. Let's get one more card. Okay. Finally, let's get some cards from these. What card wants to come out? What belief is about to changing? interesting. So, the cards that came out for pile two, what you are changing now is that perhaps in the past you felt like this worm, feeling squished by other people's hands, which is same as this victim energy. So you perhaps felt victim to, perhaps you went through a lot of stuff that you really had a toll on you, um, and made you feel powerless in the situation, made you feel that you are not free to do things your way, and um, you had to listen to what other people were saying because you did not know any better, and you thought that they were wishing the best for you, and so you did listen to them. And that's what we do as kids. We listen to what our parents tell us, which is not necessarily the right thing for us. They have good intentions and they wish well for their children, but they have their own imbalances which affects their choices, and hence all of that occurs. But this is something that your soul had signed up for, because every experience brings us a lesson, a learning, and it helps us evolve as a being. And these are experiences we sign up for. This is so the main idea that is coming out for you is the belief that you're changing is in regards to forgiveness. Perhaps earlier you thought that um, to forgive, why should you forgive somebody else for um, treating you like that? They don't deserve my forgiveness. Why should I forgive them? They have hurt me in the past, and they don't deserve to be forgiven, is basically the belief you probably might have had. But what is changing, the belief that is changing for you here, is that you are understanding that you're not forgiving them for how they treated you. You are not condoning their actions for how they treated you, but you are understanding that by forgiveness, what forgiveness means is to not feel heavy in ourselves regarding a certain situation. What happens generally is that we can be so hurt that we try to distract ourselves from the pain that has occurred in a situation, and so we mask it and we distract ourselves and we try to hide from it and not address it basically. But the truth is we can never hide from it. It will show itself up as um, a reflection in your reality one way or another. We can never truly hide. We can only transcend. And for that, it becomes very important for us to address, to look at those wounds full truth, with full truth and acceptance for what happened. Because only then our healing process starts. When we choose to neglect and run from it, we're not doing ourselves any favor, because it will show up as an imbalance in your reality. And now you're realizing that by addressing those issues or past wounds that happened to you, you're actually moving towards transcendence. You're actually realizing that by forgiveness, what that means is to not let that thought, that incident haunt you anymore. To not think of any other situation to be a certain way because of what you experienced in the past. Detaching that prejudice from your future because of a past. Like sometimes what happens is, let's say if we were betrayed by our parents, we come to think that every relationship is going to be like that and that person is going to betray you. But the truth is that it's just a past wound that needs healing. And every person is not like that. If we heal ourselves, balance our masculine, feminine energies within ourselves, we can attract a very healthy, loving relationship for ourselves. When we are so secure, when we love ourselves enough that we are so complete and fulfilled in ourselves, that is the time we attract healthy relationships. And this can be applied to any facet in your life. So, understanding that forgiveness means healing your inner child, addressing those past wounds, and releasing the pain from it, giving it back to the source, encompassing yourself with love, and grieving whatever happened, but forgiving, being hopeful again, being connected to your inner child again, counseling your child again to believe, to trust, to come out more, to play, to laugh, and to enjoy life, because that is how life is supposed to be lived. And when we don't forgive and hold on to painful grievances, it's almost like we are channeling that heavy energy over and over and over again. And it takes a toll on our bodies, and it leads to diseases and all sort of ailments. That's why it becomes important to give it to the source, to replace it with gratitude and um, love for ourselves and for everybody else. Because when we replace that pain, that memory, with a loving memory, at least accepting it, whatever happened, and choosing to forgive yourself, the other person, and choosing not to be affected by those heavy energies anymore, not choosing to allow yourself to channel those heavy energies of pain, grievance, and suffering anymore. Choosing to channel love in all situations. That is what going to heal your body. So forgiveness is almost changing your channel, the energy you channel from pain to love and gratitude. That is what forgiveness in its true essence is, not allowing yourself subject be subjected to those painful energies anymore. And understanding that whatever happened for our highest good. It was a reflection of our own subconscious mind that needed healing. And by coming to light, that gave us awareness into what we needed to heal and transcend, so that we could do that and come to this balanced state of mind and inner peace within ourselves to move on with life with hope, love, and grace. And so you're coming out of this energy, victim energy, um, and coming into the spring season of your life where everything is on full bloom. So I see a lot of yellow and green here, and these almost feel like autumn leaves, like, dried out leaves are now blooming again in the spring. And everything in the universe and the planet is like full of life and love for life. By addressing those painful memories, you have found the key to your recovery, which is forgiveness, healing, and letting out, choosing not to be affected by your past wounds anymore. The other messages that came out for you are: time is an illusion. I am free from it by flowing with the ebb and flow of the universe. I am happy and abundant in the now. Yes, so what this is saying is that time is an illusion, because if we don't heal from our past, we are never really out of the past in truth. We might think that if, let's say, the wound happened from your father, and now you think, okay, now I'm no longer in contact or touch with my father. But the truth is, those wounds, they are going to reflect themselves back through another person. Maybe your boss, maybe your partner, maybe your own children. And hence, we are always stuck in those cycles throughout our life if we don't heal our past. And that's why it is saying that time is an illusion. The present changes when you choose to detach from your past, when you choose to forgive, when you choose to move on, when you choose to be your true essence again. That's when time moves along. I am the most important person in my life. I am unapologetically myself. Even if others dislike it, I stay true to my highest self love. So, the people in the past that might have needed your forgiveness and you needed recovery from were probably the people who did not accept you the way you were. They probably expected you to be somebody more, somebody different, or, something that was suiting their perception of correct. But the truth is, there is no right or wrong. We are all different sides of the truth, and we all have an equal place in the universe. We are all divine and we are all loved. And there is an and the only thing that uh, why people think that this is right and this is wrong and this is accepted and this is unaccepted is because of their limited perceptions, which need breaking free from. But now you realize that you don't need validation from anybody to be yourself. You are being yourself unapologetically. What you believe in, what your soul tells you to do, you do. You don't think twice about what other people are going to say about it. And that's what is changing. This experience, this journey of yours of forgiveness has made you so confident in your own self, in your own skin. And you are emerging into this beautiful, almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes, sort of. You're no longer this worm that felt squished by the universe, by the world. You are now becoming the phoenix, the butterfly, which is interesting. And you also realize that extend, but not overextend, bend, not break. So, you probably, the people who made you feel like a victim, they probably expected you to overextend yourself, to bend yourself in a way that was more suitable for them. But you're realizing now that you don't need to do that for anybody. All you need to do is be yourself, unapologetic self, and you don't need to bend your truth, your perception, yourself, how you project yourself for anybody or anyone. The only person who needs to be happy is you, in the sense that the only person who needs to be happy about who you are is yourself. When we are happy and we know our self-worth, it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or says about us anymore. And you no longer feel the need, you no longer feel guilty almost. Earlier you might have felt guilty for doing certain things because probably you felt that what you are doing is going to hurt somebody else, even if it was hurting you. But now you don't do that. You make sure that you are your number one priority, and that is amazing. Okay, so the belief that you are changing, is that how you perceive forgiveness? And it's making you into this beautiful, beautiful butterfly, and the spring season in your life is becoming more and more tangible and real, and you're attracting more and more abundance. So that was a really amazing reading, and if you found it helpful, please leave a like, and I wish you lots of love and light. Hello Pile 3, those of you who chose this beautiful charm of the crown and the bowl, let's take a look at what belief you are changing. Well, first take a look at your chakra cards. What belief is Pile 3 changing? Too many. What belief is Pile 3 changing that no longer serves them? What belief is pile 3 changing? Okay, I will take this. This is already very beautiful. Let's take a look at what belief pile 3 is changing that no longer serves them. Okay, let's take a look at these cards. What belief is pile 3 changing? Wow. This is very beautiful. So you see how in this charm the crown is being given away to the beggar. And that's exactly what you're changing now. You are taking your power back. You don't give your power away to people anymore. So earlier, with these cards of trickery, completion, instinct, and faith, earlier you might have felt the need. Let me give you an example. So perhaps, like in a job situation, perhaps you thought that only if you did this much work and these many hours will you be acknowledged, will you be respected, will you be safe in your job. Or let's say in the past, perhaps you felt that, um, let's say to get a job done, or perhaps to get a very high post or position in a company, you do need to be subservient to your bosses, or you do need to like please their ego and give them what they want in order to get a high position. Like that sort of a belief that you need to please others to get what you want. You need to compromise the integrity in the situation sometimes because that's how it is. Like that sort of a belief that you have to do this low vibrational act because that's how the society works. That belief you are letting go of. You are now coming into this idea that if you follow your intuition, if you follow your what you are feeling right from inside, what you're feeling guided to do, you are going to get what is best for you. Like you have that sort of faith in your instinct now. You are more connected to your source, divine energies now than in the past. And this new connection that you have established with yourself, with your higher self, has changed your perception about how things work actually, because you now understand that what you give energy to is going to manifest in your reality. If you think that this is how you need to do it, then that's how you will need to do it in your reality. If you change your belief, let's say many people think that to be successful in life, we need to overexploit ourselves and always work hard and always do this and this and this and just constantly go one thing after the other, like get more information, get more knowledge, get more projects, get more assigned, like get more papers out, get more businesses, like that sort of thing where you're always chasing to get something. If that's what you believe, then that's how it's going to be in your reality. But now you understand that when you change the way you think, when you think that I can do less and attract more. When you think that I don't need to work hard to be successful, I only need to believe in myself. I need to be confident and believe in my intuition and my instinct to be successful. I don't need to work hard all the time. I can relax. I can choose to have a balanced personal life as well as a work life. I can choose to have I can choose not to serve other people's ego, and I can choose to be honest in this situation. I can choose to call out with compassion the truth in the situation when I am feeling guided to. I no longer need to serve other people's ego in order to get successful or in order to get what I want. So that sort of a thing is changing. That sort of a belief is changing for you. And that's exactly what came out in this card, which is quite interesting, that old beliefs, toxic self-sabotage, fears, and limitations. Exactly. So, this way of self-sabotage, when we think that we need to work hard, we need to do more to be more successful, to get something in life, to achieve something in life, we need to work like our asses off. So that sort of a belief you are letting go of now. And you now understand this beautiful thing, that you don't need to control the external, you just need to go inward more. You now don't control the external. Like, if you want something in your external to change, you no longer tell them that change this. You understand that now it is, you now understand that that is, your external is just a reflection of your inner world. And if you want a reflection to change, you need to change the inside world, is what needs to change for the external to reflect that, for the external to mirror that. And so every time now you want to change something, you go inward. And now you have this belief that I can do anything. And you think that you're a spiritual badass, which is quite amazing. You now believe in yourself, and you know now, like, that if you think that you want something, all you need to do is set an intention for that and just leave it to the universe and just keep following the little nudges and guidances and inspirations that you get. And that will lead you to what you most, that will lead you to what is to your highest good. And that is what the belief that you're changing is. So I hope you found that helpful, and if you did, please leave a like, and wish you lots of love and light.